All right, so big news coming in. India Today has learned from sources that on June 8th, when Riya Chakrabarti was present at Sushant Singh Rajput's residence, Sushant was communicating with his sister Priyanka. Sources have revealed that Sushant was communicating with his sister Priyanka at 10 a.m., where Priyanka told him. Now, this is all on a chat where Priyanka told him to have Librium capsule for a week and then went on to write other medication as well. The communication that happened on a messenger app where Priyanka asks the late actor to start with Librium capsule for a week, then start Nexito 10 mg once every day after breakfast. Priyanka in the message, according to sources, also tells the actor to keep Lonazak tablet for SOS use so that he could use it in case of an anxiety attack. Sushant tells Priyanka that he would need a prescription to buy these medication, which then Priyanka arranges without Sushant even meeting a doctor. His sister arranged this medicine, this drug, which is a prescription drug. 3 drugs, mind you, all prescription drugs that cannot be given just by consultation with someone else. His sister, Priyanka, arranges the prescription for Sushant. This message raises doubts on how Sushant was being given medication without even a doctor seeing or speaking to Sushant. Priyanka also messages Sushant, according to sources, that her friend was a renowned doctor in a very prominent hospital in Delhi. All right, I want to now immediately cut across to Riya Chakrabarti's lawyer. I have Satish Manikchande with us. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Manikchande. What do you make of this communication of Sushant and his sister? At one end, Mr. Manikchande, it seems to blow the cover on the fact that the family, at least publicly right now, have been in denial that Sushant was suffering from a mental illness.
See, first of all, Riya has made a statement before the Mumbai police, the ED, as well as CBI, that one of the reasons why she had to leave the house on the instruction of Sushant Singh was because on the 8th morning, there was an exchange of messages between him and his sister in Delhi, who insisted that she must take the medicine which was according to her prescription, which was meant to her for her consumption. So when Riya protested that you are already under the medication of 5 doctors, and presently the doctor, Mr. Chowda, has also said that you must stop smoking any other substance and continue with your medicines. In spite of that, he did not agree, and therefore there was a discussion between Sushant and her, and ultimately Sushant told her to leave the house with her bag and baggage. That is why she had to call her brother, and the brother came and collected her from her residence. But what is shocking is that the sister and the entire family have been in denial. They made a false statement before the Bihar police. They made a false statement before the ED. They made a false statement before the CBI. And worst was that they made submissions before the Supreme Court that it was Riya who was giving him overdose and drugging him, and because of which the death has occurred, and therefore they submitted that she has looted his 15 crores and taken away all his monies, and she left Sushant in a very dire state, and that is how the death has occurred. To say the least, even the legal team of Sushant's family, Mr. K.K. Singh and his family, have made various allegations in the Supreme Court. Even the government advocate who appeared for the Bihar government made submissions to the effect that it was Riya who was the one who was involved in overdosing him, and it is because of that she controlled him, which is utterly false. She had laid all the documents before the police. She had laid all the messages before the police. Her mobile is with the police, the CBI, and all her text messages are being, released selectively by various so-called investigative journalists in order to defeat her rights. The government advocate for Bihar had said, "दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी होगा." Such सामने आएगी, such आ रही है सामने आपकी, And the truth has uncanny habit of coming out. And this is coming out from the statements and messages of Sushant's sisters and family members. Worse was what happened between the 8th and the 13th. It is to knowledge of everybody that on the 13th afternoon, Sushant did not have a regular lunch. He had khichdi, he had a juice in the night, and on the next day, he had a juice before he locked himself in the room. Therefore, it is clear that there is something which has happened between the 8th and the 13th, between the sisters and him. And if you see the medication which has been given to Sushant from the Delhi hospital, it is meant for schizophrenia and other diseases. Therefore, and he has been shown in these documents that he is an outpatient department. The prescription is made after examining him in the outpatient department, which is totally illegal because Sushant never left his house from the 8th to the 13th. And on the 14th, he was found dead. So it is for the family. They always say that the boot is on the other foot, the shoe is on the other foot. You can now realize how these people have been hoodwinking the law as well as the courts to get favorable orders and cheat the public and fool the nation. This is highly improper, and they need to be prosecuted. Firstly, for making false statements, which according to their own knowledge is false. Secondly, by getting these bogus prescriptions from the hospital from Delhi, that to a hospital like Ram Manohar Hospital, Loya Hospital, is supposed to be a reputed hospital. How does a doctor prescribe these medicines when Sushant is in Bombay? And he is shown as a patient from the outpatient department. This document which is being flashed on the TV is a false document, and people who are responsible for obtaining it and sending it to Sushant by SMS should be prosecuted because they have used a false document. And various other offences under the medical rules have been committed because a patient cannot be administered medicines which are, of very scheduled nature, particularly meant for depression and other ailments. So this appears to be a full game plan of the family to make false allegations. See, you can see how Priyanka and her sister Neetu, who were in control of the situation between the 8th and the 14th, have made repeated false statements through their father and obtained orders from the Supreme Court in order to see that the investigations which were properly being conducted in Mumbai are transferred to the CBI. Even the police officer, the DG of Patna Police, DG of Bihar Police, made scathing remarks against Riya as if she was already a contested prisoner. He said that we will hunt her out from even, Patal se usko nikalenge. This was a statement made by the DG of Patna Police. They did not even conduct the proper inquiry before registering an offence in Patna. They sent a full team to Maharashtra, which had no business to be here in Maharashtra, particularly that offence was registered without even making proper investigations, proper inquiries. The sisters and the father, their statement should have been recorded as to why they feel after 40 days that they suspect somebody else for having caused the death of their brother and son. And in fact, to say the least, the entire legal team which was campaigning against Riya on behalf of the KK family needs to introspect. They made all, in spite of the request from Riya and us in writing, that let the law take its own course, let the investigating officers conclude, let the Supreme Court decide the matter. They went on making wild allegations, false allegations. They have cheated the entire nation and the Indian judiciary. They must be prosecuted and taken strict action.
Manishande, I want to ask you 3 questions, sir, and I hope you'd bear with me. The first, you began this conversation by saying that Priyanka herself was taking these medications. Are you saying, sir, that it was Priyanka who was taking these medications for her own self and she said that Sushant needs to take it and then later on got him a prescription?
Her message itself shows on the 8th that she gave her medicines to Sushant.
Second question, sir, I'd like to ask you. You say that it was on the basis of this chat of Priyanka and Sushant that, led to an argument or, say, rancor between Sushant and Riya, and that is why Riya left, because she didn't want him to overdose himself with medications, especially because he was already consulting with other doctors. Having said that, in our interview, Mr. Manish Shinde, Riya has gone ahead and said that it was building up from the 1st. Sushant was telling her to leave the house from the 1st of June. So what happened on the 8th of June was a culmination of 1 week.
Well, this has happened over a period of time. She has told the CBI as to what has happened. I can't reveal as to what she has told the CBI and the Mumbai police. Since you're asking me about the messages which have come in public domain now, I'm opening my mouth. Till today, we have all remained quiet. We have all remained silent. We have silently watched all the defamatory allegations, criminal allegations, allegations of murder being made against her, and we have not said a word. We made a complaint to the Honorable Supreme Court that there is a media trial going on. I requested the entire media through a written statement that please let the Supreme Court decide the matter. Please let the CBI, which is now interested in the investigation, decide the matter after investigations. And once the charge sheet has been filed, it will decide as to who is guilty and who is not guilty. Now you can realize who is suppressing truth, who is suppressing the material which was before the investigating agencies. All these documents, all these messages, everything is before the police. Why were they hoodwinking people? Why were they telling the people a lie?
Sir, from taking off from what you said that they were lying to the people. There was a narrative that was clearly being built against Riya. I want to ask you, sir, you said they need to be prosecuted. With you, as somebody who's representing Riya legally, are going to take that course of action? Are you going to seek for prosecution legally where Riya's family is concerned? Where Sushant's family is concerned? Are you going to take any legal steps towards that?
I will look after the legal rights of Riya till the last word in this case.
Looking to...
Whether to defend her, to prosecute on her behalf, I will do everything.
Mr. Manish Shinde, is Riya looking to maybe sue the family of Sushant for the statements they've made?
I beg your pardon?
Is Riya looking to sue the family of Sushant for the statements that they've made?
This is too premature. Let the CBI investigations complete. Thereafter, we will take appropriate legal steps in whichever fora it permits. Whether it is in the Supreme Court or in the Bombay High Court or in any other civil court, we will take appropriate steps against all those responsible, including the legal team.
Appreciate you joining us, sir. We're going to connect with you later at 7 p.m. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.